Eyewitness news.
Eyewitness News. What do you think of it? Did I do a good job?
You did real good. You very thorough in blowing it up.
Yeah. Well, the only thing I can figure is there's nothing wrong with the crank that I can see or feel or do anything. The only thing I can figure is when the cylinder broke, it lifted up, and it was slamming so hard into my frame because the motor mount's directly under the frame. There's no give, and obviously the whole thing was moving up and down because that oil line popped out. So the whole bike was buckling up. It was hitting so hard. So that's like hitting with some massive, like a 300-pound sledgehammer on the bottom of the frame at 7,500 RPM. So the only thing I figured that just made the bike feel like it's severe vibration because it kind of was. But I don't see anything wrong except the broken cylinder. So I think I'm going to have to get another cylinder. I can reuse the sleeve. I can go to 20 over. Sleeve's nothing wrong with it. It's fine. My gas-ported rings didn't break, shockingly. I figured they would break. Piston's got some heat on the bottom.
Yeah.
It burnt pretty good there. It's not much on the top. Doing pretty good down there. Yeah. We weren't getting any blow-by because the left side of the bike was dry. So it was doing its sealing. But the oil control is a little issue. Still got no oil up in the combustion chamber, but I don't know how much of that's coming from what. It's not wet in there, but it's slimy. There's oil in there. I did put a lot of oil in the fuel, but the fuel doesn't feel slimy when you get it on you, so I don't think it's from the oil. I think it's coming past the rings a little bit. But I'm sure that can't be me, doing what I'm doing. Plus I killed ignition and all that at higher RPM. That shouldn't suck any oil past the rings, would it? Yeah, shouldn't be a problem. Anyway, so I guess there's nothing wrong with the motor, but I'm going to take the motor apart and redo the crank. I know the rod's getting a little, it needs some love. So I might as well yank it all out, do that. Transmission's working fine. At least the first 3 gears work good.
Good.
I got out fourth once and that was 109 mile an hour. Didn't like it. So all I can say, I guess it was slamming that frame so damn hard. There's a lot of force when you're. How many horsepower does it take to 130? That's all. I don't know. Whatever amount of horsepower it was, it only had 1. So it's beating the hell out of the frame. So that cylinder, I don't even know how many years I've been running that one cylinder. That's been my only cylinder for a long time. It's broken in the head bolt area for years, but that's not what broke. See, I was never concerned about that. See, it's broken right through the cylinder, all the way to the sleeves. The sleeve's fine.
Wow.
See, the crack goes right through the head bolt. It never strips. I don't care. It doesn't make any difference. Never cared about that. Obviously, it didn't matter. I was worried about this when I first made them, but I ran them for so many years without any issues. I didn't really think anything of it. So, and obviously, at some points, parts do fail. So we're going to have to put replace cylinders at 10 years.
That's not bad.
I guess. I don't know. You got to age that part out at some point. I got to make up some cylinders now.
Expiration.
Yeah, I think I got some more new sleeves and stuff. So I know I got a bunch of cylinders floating around.
Yeah, you do.
I think they all went to the mountains. No, I got some cylinders. I think there's some cylinders over in a pile over there that I have cylinders set aside to do this, to make those from.
Well, how do you get the sleeve out?
I just press it out. That's easy. These are the GM cylinders from Dixie. These are the good ones. These are the Japanese cylinders. These are the best ones on the market. Back all through the 80s and 90s. These are the best ones. Next to Harley, these are the best cylinders. And I have some nice genuine Harleys that I can cut up too. So Yeah, I just can't believe it shook that hard. Damn. It acted like a damn fucking wheel. Half the wheel missing. How bad it was shaking. Terrible. I got a little wobbly on the second pass. Tried to. Ruts were kind of bad.
I'm sure.
So, first time I've seen I've only wobbled twice with this bike at El Mirage and once at Bonneville. So it's 30 years. This bike handles good. So anyway, it went through the rut. The whole bike slid over off from underneath me a little bit, and then started weaving real bad. It was going a good foot side to side, real easy, but I was going down to, you know, moving pretty good. But it calmed right back down. You know, about 3 or 4 of these, I just throw her out of it. No big deal. Yeah, you broke my circuit board. He looked at my bike and this was broken. Now, was this the hardened circuit board or was this the soft stuff?
It flew off when you shook the bike.
It failed.
Yeah, that it did.
Now, I'm not sure what year I put that on there, but I can guarantee it was in the 90s.
Are you serious?
Yeah. I've only had that coil off the bike twice. When I remodified the frame a bunch, I redid it. But that was it. I added some. I forget. I did something. I took that off and
I was trying for a remodel.
re-zip tied it. Well, this here is non-functional. The
Why
guts,
is it there?
because the guts are supposed to be on the inside, not the outside. Because I haven't taken off the bike yet.
Oh, okay.
There's no reason to. It sits right there and it's holding everything else. It's holding the pad, you know, all the shit.
Is it? Oh, okay.
It's holding. It's all one piece and it's holding it all together. So maybe I'll have to
Well, that's what we do in
redo things.
showbiz. We make this is like a prop. It doesn't do anything, but it makes it look like it's a mechanic.
Well, when you have the nitro system hooked up with a 3-stage retard,
Oh.
they still make that box, but it's pretty pricey. It's not.
I'm sure.
These things aren't cheap like they used to be.
Nothing is.
Yeah, I think that box is like $300 something now. Fuck, it's like $80 when I bought it. I can't believe it failed. The coil, they were a couple $100 back in the day. They're probably $500 these days. I don't know. The MSD 8 box over here, I think I paid $600 or $700 for it. Those are $2,300 now. Last time I saw it, that was a couple years ago price. So that's probably $2,500 now, if you can even get it. I think they're still making it, but it's for talk alcohol dragsters and pro mods and stuff like that. That's what it's for. But most of this guy's gone to a grid system, which is different. But if they have an old style motor, that still puts out some spark.
Yeah.
But yeah, everything on this bike's just old. Been together for a long time.
Yeah. A lot of history there.
So I got to figure out what I'm gonna do. Am I gonna put more nitro on it, or am I gonna go back to nitrous?
Nitrous.
Good, make a decision. Got to make a decision. How many nozzles am I gonna have to go at 60% fuel? When I went from 25% to 30%, I doubled the nozzles. Now I'm doubling that 30 to 60. How many more nozzles are we going to need?
2.
I only put 2 more when I went from 5% up. Now we're going up 30% more. I don't think there's room for 20 nozzles on one cylinder.
3.
And the problem is those solenoids are kind of getting maxed out.
5.5.
I know that they aren't fogger nozzles. You drill them out, you reverse the lines, you drill them way out to 1/8 inch holes, and you hope you got enough fuel in them. But, yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
Me either. But I did fix the amplifier. There was no droppage of voltage on that passes.
Oh, cool.
No misfire, and it powered all the way through the finish line until I shut it off. Didn't have any problems there. So whatever I did in there, I fixed it.
Nobody can find it. 2 guys I talked to.
Oh, they're non-existent. Jacob's box, yeah, good luck. I found
Wouldn't the
the
stereo shop have it?
I found the original box it came out of. It's got it floating around here somewhere. I haven't found the instructions. The instructions are missing. I have them, but it's missing. It has all my jitting information in there. It's got the MSD wiring stuff in there. All that stuff is in one. It's in one packet about this thick. It's full of stuff. It's got gear charts, nitrous charts. You know, the square inches areas. Gas to alcohol, alcohol to nitro, different percentage, how much volume increases, all that. It's all written down. So I know where it's at. Doesn't matter. Don't need it. Don't need it. You put more fuel in it until it doesn't run right, or it shuts the plugs off. And then you back it down a little bit, and that's what you run. That's how you work nitro. It's pretty simple. All right, well, I'm still gonna pull the motor out, go through the crank, but looks like the imbalance is just from it wasn't an imbalance. It was just the power impulse of the motor was kind of severe, a little bit more than normal. So it was beating the tar out of me. That's what it was. So anyway, I could have probably made the rest of the run down the track until I ran out of oil. But she was shaking pretty good. All right, well, that's it. We're gonna leave it like this for a while. Figure out what I can do. Maybe I just let it sit for 2 months and I'll just throw it in a cylinder real quick and call it done.
There you go.
I've been known to do stuff like that. All right, we're done.